Kick-ass facts. Hauntings. 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 Pew 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 pew! Predjama Castle in Slovenia was built in the middle of a 400-foot-high rocky cliff and is partly built into the natural cave. It is connected to the cave system. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, Predjama is the world's largest cave castle. In 1483, the cruel robber baron and lord of Predjama Castle, Erasmus of Lug, murdered a relative of the Holy Roman Emperor Frederick III. He fled to his castle to escape punishment. Frederick ordered a siege on the nearly impregnable castle to starve Erasmus out. He survived, thanks to a secret tunnel through which supplies were brought, but he eventually met his fate when he was betrayed and killed by his own men. His ghost is said to walk the maze of cold, dark passageways, seeking revenge. Barry Pomeroy Castle in England. The Pomeroy family owned this land for nearly 400 years before they fell on hard times and sold the castle to the Seymours, who soon abandoned the building. It's said that a pair of ghosts walk the empty halls. The Blue Lady calls for help and lures unsuspecting men to the top of the tower where they're fall to their death, while the White Lady haunts the dungeons, having been imprisoned there by her sister, envious of her beauty. Berg Eltz, Germany. Above one of the beds hangs a 15th century breastplate and battle axe. These treasured relics belonged to a young countess named Agnes. Agnes was promised to the Knight of Braunsberg, and the two met occasionally to get to know each other, and Agnes did not care for him at all. Her persistent attitude angered the knight, and during a festive event, he pulled Agnes onto the dance floor and kissed her. Agnes got so angry she smacked him in the face. The Knight of Braunsberg was infuriated and fled the castle. The family was afraid he'd be out for revenge, so they doubled their guards to be sure. Days went by, weeks turned into months, and still nothing happened. The Eltz family let their guard down, and all the men went on a 3-day hunting trip, assuming the Knight of Braunsberg had lost his interest, but that was just what he'd been waiting for. He attacked that castle the very night. The guards at the gate were murdered, and the knight and his troops entered the castle's courtyard, killing everyone who was in their way. When Agnes saw what had happened, she didn't hesitate. She took her brother's helmet, breastplate, and battle axe, and she threw herself into the fight. The knight was startled by the unknown fierce knight, and he decided to defeat him on his own. He shot the knight up close with his crossbow, and the arrow penetrated the armor, killing the brave knight instantly. When Braunsberg removed the knight's helmet, he discovered he had shot his beloved Agnes. The most haunted room at Berg Eltz is the Countess Room, the room which belonged to Agnes, which is where the armor and battle axe are kept. According to the staff, Agnes haunts the hallways as well, switching lights on and off and opening and closing doors. Is she still protecting the castle? Whispers are heard in the hallways, as well as child giggles. Why are children always giggling? The castle staff sometimes find all the doors unlocked in the morning, even though they locked them that night. There are claims of a phantom medieval knight on horseback at the gate. Some believe this is the Knight of Braunsberg looking for Agnes's forgiveness. Nah, bro.